And we're live. What is up, everybody? Let's see here. I don't think it was a great weekend. Definitely was not a great weekend, sales-wise. Let me take a look here. Yeah, it was kind of turds. Yeah, kind of sucked. Let's see, what did we do? Yesterday, 280, that's meh. 183 the day before, 241 on Friday. So it's not disastrous. Those aren't, but that's probably about $100 under per day where I want to be at the minimum. Right now eBay is telling me I'm down 31% month over month. That sucks. But we got a bunch of stuff to ship out, and I'm just gonna jump into it with the most pain in the ass hard stuff to ship first, so I have that out of the way. Postcards are already out. Had about it was pretty light postcard weekend too, like 25, like all weekend. That's not very many. But first, going out, I did pick up a ton of free records, or free boxes rather. I am pretty box rich, and I'm going to pick more up from the same people later this weekend. Which, I mean, we're talking like couple hundred moving boxes, various sizes, like good, you know, the good cardboard. And yes, I've decided to keep this thing because it's hilarious. I keep hitting it unintentionally. So this going out is 200 scrap vinyl records. Never gets so old. Man, that fit just damn perfect. Customer is all in on these. For $101.63, and they use coupons, which they shouldn't have been able to use. I don't know how that happened, but it did. But it's fine, because all of this stuff is pure profit at this point, and it's not going to cost me $100 to ship. It is just a matter of counting 100 records, putting them in a box. Then I got the 3. The fun part is going to be moving this fucking box. Good. Just wanted to double check, make sure I'm not overweight before I reinforce this further. Curious what, yeah, 47.38. So I'm still netting before fees 53 something. Yeah, I wish that was here. You were close, 54. Or 56, sorry. And that is the biggest pain in the ass. Let me put this outside right now. So just for perspective, I paid $60 for all of the records from the thrift shop earlier this year. And this is probably a third of them. But I've already made all that money back on the individual records that have sold out of that. Which, in fact, I think there's one going out today. But, yeah. I mean, hey, I'll take that. That ain't bad at all. Alright, be right back. Big ol' heavy thing on it. Alright, that's out of the way. Next, sold a Pyrex percolator. This, need to get a piece of the tag off of it. This came from Delu. I was actually very surprised to find it there. So basically free. It's not perfect. It's got a broken chip down there and a chip on the spout, which is disclosed in the listing. But it's still sold for $44.95. I have a very, very odd song stuck in my head today. Did anybody, I'm sure there's people in here who watched In Living Color back in the day. You remember, and I know why it's stuck in my head. It came on my YouTube feed just randomly Probably because I was watching like SNL or something like that. But it was a sketch called The Brothers, and it was like a spoof on the Smothers Brothers, and it was two black guys. It was Damon Wayans and Keenen Ivory Wayans, but acting like as white as they possibly could, and they always had this like sing-songy song, always the same. And that stuck in my head. Various lyrics. Fucking funny sketch. Let me catch up on the chat here. Yes. I have a lot of very similar home recording style records. I tend to keep those. I haven't listed them. I have a stash of them upstairs. All right. Probably fit into these, or two of these. So, perfect. It's pretty good. Some more paper. Probably going to be overkill on box size. Yeah, we could probably get away with about half of that. Alright. I do have the principle. Here we go. Probably right here. Yeah. Alright, we're going to use the super secret primetime treasure hunter full house on a birthday shipping method. that, of course, big shipping doesn't want you to know about. So don't tell them. Definitely don't tell Primetime. Sick of his goons chasing me down. And a hidey ho, I forget how it goes. See, it's like Full House on a birthday. Whenever it's somebody's birthday on Full House, they never tear open the paper. There's always just a pre-wrapped lid attached to a pre-wrapped bottom of the box. And they just pull up off the lid, and then there's a puppy inside. And then it licks Michelle's face, and she's like, "How rude." I mean, I don't know about that. This is only 7 pounds. The records they won't be happy about. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I bet you can do that pretty easily, right? Like, because all those records are, all the grooves are just a sound wave. In fact, something similar recently. They found the earliest recording of a human voice that was sort of discovered in the same way. It was accidental, but somebody was I forget what the exact scenario was, but they had been they were singing a song, and it managed to record it, but there was no way to play it back. Let me see if I can find it. It was Clear to Loon. It was a phono autograph. It traced sound waves onto paper blackened with smoke, but nobody was able to play it until relatively recently, 2008. Or actually 2018 was when they were able to bring it back. It was recorded in 1860. Phono autograph was how it was recorded. And it was more or less kind of the same thing. All right, next up. More fun stuff. After this, it's all easy. 2 Sherwin Vegas speakers. Bookshelf speakers. I got these with a bunch of other stereo equipment, I think that's correct. Earlier this year, when did I list them? June, yeah. So, I think those came from the Honey Hole thrift shop. Down the way. Or the ways of it. Pretty sure it's good. That's almost too perfect. Sweet. Let's see how close I was on dimensions. 17, 13, 10. Pretty damn close. Pretty much right on the money. Interesting. I will check that out for sure. Because I have a bunch of those like home recording things. All right, we're on to easy stuff. All right, first up, Hannah Montana foam heads. I bought a whole bunch of these at Packwood this year. They are 4-in-1 keychain, antenna toppers, purses, and charms. I bought all that they had for $10. This one sold for $11, so I'm in the profit. I got some weight to play with. I think I might just give it a little protection. And I have a lot more of these to sell. 9 more of this design, but I have 3 different designs of these. And every time they sell similar, they get a ton of watchers right away. Nice. Yeah, this has been a pretty crap. Like, I was doing better on vacation than I'm doing right now. But, it's just a matter of keep listing, and if you build it, they will come. I'm going to do this first. Alright, so I got a ton of these things, which are, these were picture boxes. But I'm going to turn them into record shippers. If I can find my measuring stick under that. Nope. minute. Do. Alright, we'll use those in a minute. For now, we are shipping Wind River on Blu-ray. Sold for $12.95. This is a sealed copy. Nice, that's a 4-ounce ship, baby. Like that. It's gonna be cheaper Ground Advantage even. Sold a couple of cassettes. First up, Come Dancing with the Kinks. That sold for $5. Sold another cassette, Jennifer Warren's Famous Blue Raincoat. That sold for $8.96. Wow, those 2 cassettes made an extra $1.50 off of them by sending them ground advantage at 4-ounce rate instead of medium ale 1 pound rate. Oh, good. And this one's going to an aggregator, so I will never hear of it again. Sold Burnout for the Nintendo GameCube. This sold for $15.95 or $14.95. And then sold the Michael Jackson Experience for Nintendo Wii disc only. That also sold for $14.95. Then sold a Holy Bible. I'm going to save that box. That's a decent box for reuse. Let's make a strip out of here. Sold for $10. Once again, already made all my money back on the Bibles I bought, so this is pure profit. Oh yeah, you had mentioned that last week. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean we're only what 2 weeks away from Q4 now, so hopefully sales start picking up for everybody. All right, sold Kingston Trio on Quadraphonic. It's a Nautilus Super Disc. Probably the only Kingston Trio record worth selling, to be honest. It sold for $12.95. Sold comedy record, The Wild Humor of Rex Benson. This sold for $8.96. I believe this came from the thrift shop. finally sold Angel White Hot. That sold for $15.25. Promo only, demo, not for sale. So extra valuable. Got 8 of you out in chat. Thank you for coming in. If you're watching on replay from the future, hello, the future. All right. More easy stuff. Just a little flimsy for a mailer. Sold The Heart of the Problem. Secretary Rusk, General Taylor review Vietnam policy and Senate hearings. Published by the Department of the State. This came from the lot of political ephemera from November 2022. And it sold for $22. Took an offer. Yeah. Next, sold a Department 56 catalog from 2003. I don't remember where this came from, but it sold for $7.16. I think this came from the Honey Hole Thrift Shop free library stuff. Not 100% positive, but I believe that's where it came from. It's not that. That is what I want, right? Nope, that is still not what I want. Is that what I want? That'll work. How did I manage to do that? Oh, it's because I trimmed it. Yep, that's what we did. Then sold a four-wheeler magazine. This came from the House of Horrors. And then I basically let it air out for 2 years. Did send it through the deionizer. Oh, yeah. Alright, I sent it to the ionizer, then let it air out for 2 years. This sold, and I have other issues. This one sold for $14.54. When did I list this? Oh, I listed it last year, July 2023. Sold a 2007 Nissan Altima. Owner's manual. I can send this media mail. Right? No advertising. It is media. It definitely qualifies. It's going media mail. Sold for $5.36. This came from the buyout. I'm going to make a bit of extra on the shipping because it's actually, I think it's shipping early and it'll get there on time, so all right, we're down to our last one. Can you believe it? A lot of 13 choral music books. Listed these last March. Part of the list all of my, I had a bin of music books I had for, I don't know, 3 years looking at it. It was like, one day I was just like, today's the day. Oh, this is going, why can't this go media mail? Let's go in media mail. Oh, it's actually cheaper to go Ground Advantage because it's going in Washington. Oh, that's crazy. That almost everything today went media mail. Outside of the postcards and the Hannah Montana thing and the Pyrex and the speakers. I am doing a Whatnot show at 11 I'm trying something new. Under the craft supplies, the other category. I have just so many weird small things that are I need to sort of clear out, and I don't know, we'll see how it goes. It's a new thing. I've not tried this before. I got 4 people saved the show. We'll see what happens. Stuff left over from the I've got a bin of fucking buttons. What am I going to do with a bin of buttons? They're cool, they're vintage, they're old. There's a bunch of maybe Bakelite. I don't know if they are. Keys, junk jewelry, miscellaneous toys, stuff that would go into junk drawer lots. So I'm just gonna throw it up on Whatnot and see what I can get out of it. I kind of don't care what I get out of it. So even if I make $50 for a couple hours work, I'm happy. Yeah, I'm curious if they're trying to move to sort of standardize it a little bit better, or have less classes of ship. I don't think media mail is going away unless the video game sellers continue to abuse it. But yeah, I agree. And very interesting. Yeah, a lot of my books are going a lot of the tapes, CDs, and DVDs. About half the time, it's cheaper for me to ship them at the 8-ounce rate, Ground Advantage, than at 1 pound rate, media mail. And that's fine with me because my media mail is, I usually put it up there with a 65-cent handling charge, so I just cover the fees on it. But I've been definitely making a little bit more off the shipping, and you do it 1,000 times, right, or a couple hundred times, you're, definitely making some extra money off that. So, no complaints. All right. Well, folks, that's it for me today. If you want some craft stuff, come on over to the Whatnot. There's going to be some ephemera and stuff in there too, but I not really sure like how resell-y it is. I've got some like maps and sewing patterns and stuff like that, but mostly it's going to be, I'm kind of marketing it as craft supplies, so we'll see how it goes. All right, catch y'all on the flip flop. We'll be back tomorrow if something sells. Hopefully it does. Bye.